Hello, today I'm here to give presentation on economics of business, and our topic is property industry in Australia. This is a group assignment, I will give the introduction and the background of the topic, and furthermore my friends will explain this topic to you. Property industry in Australia comprises of land and its permanent fixtures located within the Australia. The average Australian property prices grew from 0.5% per year from 1890 to 1990 with inflation. However, rose from 1990 to 2017 at a faster rate and may be showing a signs of contracting economic bubble. The fastest growing regions in Australia are Sydney, Melbourne and Brisbane. After this, I'll explain about the portals of the market all over the world on the basis of established, emerging and early stage countries. This is good news for Australia, that Australia is an established country, and Europe as well, because the market structure in this country is all finalized and everything is online. In emerging countries, Hong Kong and India on the top, because still the market structure is under construction and this system is coming slowly online. After, we'll talk about the early stage countries. Early stage include Africa and majority of parts of Asia as well, because the internet in these countries is still coming and many players within the market are emerging and there isn't any leader for these kind of players. So these kind of countries are still emerging. After this, I'll explain about the property industry and the dividends into several areas. Firstly, development, then sales and marketing, then brokerage, then property management, then lending, and then property services. Thank you. And after this, my friends will explain the furthermore topics to you.
Respected madam, today I would like to talk about on a topic Australian market structure. So what are the points on that? It's the first point of that is population and annual growth in Australia. Australia is basically an urban economy, urban country. The population of Australia capital cities are of two-thirds of the total population. People are more likely to live in these areas. Sydney is the biggest capital than the other cities, but Melbourne is also expanding more rapidly. According to the specialist, it will take over Sydney in 2030s. Land price and annual change, the second point. The largest and the most expensive property market are Sydney in 4 years. Its average property value grows 89%. Melbourne are having the highest year growth of 27% in 2017. In 2017, the average lot size is well under 500 square meter in all 5 capitals. Housing affordability, the third point. Housing affordability is actually the price of houses as compared to the income ratio of the general public. According to the demographic survey among 239 urban market in 9 countries, Australian market are ranked at 22nd as either seriously unaffordable or severely unaffordable. The highest house price to income ratio are in Sydney and Melbourne. During price and annual change is the third point in Australian market structure. There is slight decrease in national drawing value. According to the survey conducted by the Core Logic heads of research Tim Lawless, Melbourne and Sydney comprises about 40% by number and 60% by value of the Australian housing industry. The presently weak performance of these two towns therefore has a greater impact on the performance of the domestic economy. The fourth point is the vacancy rate and approximately 3% of the balanced rental market. The housing value are low, but the rents are increasing on a weekly basis. The rates of rent in the capital cities are now at their top. Stamp duties add to the purchase price of property. Stamp duty surcharge range for 3% to 5% for local residents and 3% to 8% for the investors in most capital cities. First home owner grant, the state funded scheme. The first home owner grant support the people in buying their own home. The amount of the grant in the 5 major cities varies from $10,000 to $15,000. Thank you. Now I would like to invite my friend Parag Patel to explain the other points.
Good evening, myself Parag Patel. Now I continue this presentation with the topic of issues facing Australian property. Now I will continue this with economic growth. With the economic growth, the demand for the property is directly proportional to the economic or to the public. It also affects many other factors. If the country economic condition is stable and progressive, our personal income is rising, then the demand of the property increased and people are more likely to invest in the property. Now come with the interest rates. The interest rate on the loan borrowing also affect the buying power of the people. Next is consumer confidence. The behavior of property market is very unpredictable as compared to the other commodities. The stability of country economies is give confidence to the customer to invest in the property sector. Next is mortgage availability. If the loan facilities are offering by the banks and the term and the condition attached with this loan facility are comparatively easy, then this will also attract to the people to invest in property. Next is unemployment. When the economic condition of the country is not performing well, then the employment facilities is also low and unemployment is increasing. Now I will move on supply and demand. The supply and demand is very crucial in the property market and it will disturb the price very sharply. If the housing facilities or supply are short, then the prices of the property are increased rapidly. Last is geographical factors. The property markets are also influenced by the geographical factors. The people are more attracted towards urban area due to availability of facilities. So there the property prices are high. And sustainability, the property sectors are changing their trend with the passage of time. The companies are adopting the practices that are more sustainable and environmentally friendly as compared to the traditional trends. Now I will move on the next topic is a property market cycle. The first is a value stage. It is the stage in which the prices are a property are usually flat and people are invited to invest in this sector. Next is growth stage. In the growth stage, the prices of property begin to rise. And then is peak stage. In this stage, the prices of a property will have skyrocketed. It is actually the worst time of borrowing because the prices are artificially created as much as 20% a year and not the real one. And last one is correction A stage. It is the stage in which the property price. Now other topics will continue with my other group members, Sunil.
So now I explain the next topic. So next topic is what is the effect of the economy on Australian government. So there are both of effect. One is negative and another one is the positive. So we explain the first one. The property bubble is as usual defined as a continuous or artificial rise in the real estate business. In the late 1990s, Australian housing prices are significant shot up as compared to income and rents, and monitoring of the domestic rates with income and rental increases from 2003 to 2012. Both price to income ratio and the price to rent ratio stayed relatively stable. The income and rents price are again increased sharply since 2012. In June 2014, the IMF indicated that property prices much surpassed the historic average in several developing nations, and the price to income ratio in Australia has the third largest in the world. The OECD reported in June 2016 that the Australia's housing boom may end in drastic and destabilizing of real estate property. As per the expectation in December 2018, the prices are the decline up to 10% in Sydney and Melbourne, among with the some regional towns, just in 1 year, and 10 to 20% is it projected in the near future. Now I am talking about the government policy. So this kind of the effect government make the some of the policy for the rates and development. So first one is the negative gearing. So it indicates that the replacement of the loan price and interest rate are the higher than the rental returns. The property investor in the Australia considerably decrease their tax bills and repayment schedule when they are reasonably affected. Now, next topic, foreign investment. Property investment from the overseas have the increase, then demand and immigration, and then the immigration policy, visa progress of the investor, and latest increase in net foreign migration add to that. So, for all of the topics, we explained our presentation. Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks.